Welcome, Atlanta United family, to another episode of Resurge by ATL. Here with our co-host James. You can
Let's
follow
go.
him at ATL UTD James on Twitter, and John. Bruh, I forgot you. Give it out, bro.
All right. Again, if everyone doesn't know, my name is John. I talk on APT 85. That's my YouTube channel. It's your boy John is my handle on Instagram and Twitter. If you could catch me talking smack about a whole bunch of things, mostly Milan. But anyways, we're talking about Atlanta United today. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah, guys. So we actually didn't hit on anything with Columbus, but we were just gonna sweep that under the rug and act like that never happened. And going into the game that happened this past weekend with the New York April Fools, because
Got
that's the
us.
only way we could label it. I mean, it was a good game. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it could personally, I think it could have gone either way with the opportunities that both teams had. They both had their moments. It was one of those games where you thought either Atlanta United scores that second goal and somewhat give give themselves that peace for the rest of the game, or the Red Bulls are going to come back and because they were pressuring really high. It was a game where you thought it's kind of what you figured, that the Red Bulls were going to come out and play the way that they were pressuring, they were trying to get after the ball, like really quick as soon as the center backs got it, or if it got up to Ibarra or uh what's his name, either Rosetto. But I mean, I think it's one of those games that Atlanta United needed, especially given the fact after that. uh, I mean, I said I didn't want to mention it, but Columbus. I mean, it was technically a historic defeat for Atlanta United, but then going into this game, they throw it out. They throw everything out basically right from the beginning. uh Yakamaka starts, Almada starts, pretty much all the guys coming back from international break at the end also started, which I mean they look good in a good amount of the game. I think they're working on just getting everything together. Obviously, you have the international break with all these guys leaving, and even Yakimakis, he was one of the ones that came out and said, well, he was kind of feeling that jet lag or whatever, and basically they did what they had to do. It wasn't pretty, but the 3 points are 3 points, man. You're second in the East as of now. You pretty much turn yourself into one of the favorites. A lot of people keep talking, or the odds or prediction, or whoever comes up with these predictions. Philadelphia is technically the favorite, and then Nashville's the second. They're not even throwing Atlanta United as one of the favorites to take the East.
Terrible.
Um, I don't,
Terrible.
I don't, I don't see it that way. Just me.
Yeah. I mean, back to Red Bull. That's probably the worst possible opponent you could face coming out of an international break. Like that boy Almada was like fresh off the plane. He's probably like hung over for like 3 days and he still goes out there. And it's tough. They got pinned. A lot of the second half was like in their own end, straight interceptions and stuff. But I mean, overall, it's a good game. They should have lost. Red Bull were trash. They couldn't finish anything, and that was a big
And
help.
It,
what was surprising to me, now that you mentioned Almada, man. I mean, this was without a doubt the game where he wasn't looking the sharpest at all. I mean, he lost possession a good bit of times throughout that game.
Hmm.
Very unfamiliar of him, to be doing that sort of stuff.
it's kind of crazy to see us win against Red Bull. I feel like the two
Hmm.
teams that I've always seen Atlanta go against and not do well with is, I always mentioned in the previous podcast before, it's always been Toronto, in my opinion, and New York Red Bulls. I
Yeah.
just feel like we never, especially New York Red Bulls, like I feel like we never have any good luck with them at
Hmm.
all. And for us to be able to get the 1-0 now, seeing from what we saw, it was a good game. Like it was, neck and neck. We just happened to be the one that took the opportunity at the end of the day. But you know, it's historic in fact, and I think that's a good sign for us, as aside from our uh horrible defeat, the game prior. But I mean, for us to bounce back after international break is a good step. That just shows you the mentality of the players and everyone in this team. So, and then now we go into the other side of New York against or actually in New York this time, because New York Red Bulls, they're actually based out of New Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey. They didn't have any fans there either, but that's whatever. Besides the point. But
But
I,
yeah, it's good to see them come back, especially against Red Bulls.
I mean, that was kind of like Columbus. I mean, Columbus was a write-off, and I feel like this one was kind of a write-off. It's just, it's so unfortunate that you had to play the stupid pressing Red Bulls, coming off of all your guys being out and training for like 1 or 2 days. But it's all good. They got the week now,
That's right.
and it's a much easier opponent too.
And the thing about just hitting real quick about Columbus, I mean, I don't know it specifically, what has been said on, with regardless of that loss. But in my opinion, man, Columbus, they're a pretty good team this season. They've scored the most goals so far in MLS. They actually score 4 goals. They set a record, I think, like 10 goals scored in 2 consecutive games, which is like an MLS record or something. Nobody's ever done that. So they're playing good. I mean, it's a good team. I get it. They didn't have Accelerayan and Cucho Hernandez, probably their best 2 players overall on the field, but they're still a good team. I get it. It was not to the point where you were gonna lose 6-1, I think it was.
Yeah.
So now going into the Red Bulls, you get everybody back. You pretty much throw it all out, from the beginning, and it was good. I think Giakoumakis, is one of the guys that really stood out, in my opinion. I mean, his presence is known. I mean, not just inside the 18, but outside. I mean, Tyler told me to hit on this with that slide tackle that he had in the second. I think it was the second half, but man, that was not for him to get carded. Honestly, that was all ball, and then it was there was a lot of mistakes, and I hate to talk about the reffing because it shouldn't be a factor in any game at all. But there was a lot of calls, like the one that Guzan got freaking slide tackled by the New York player. The one in which Almada also got pretty much like knocked down by the goalie in that play, like right outside the 18. I mean, there was a lot of plays that were like right on the edge, whether it could have been, a card easily, but it just I think the ref somewhat lost control of the game, like early on the first half.
Sure.
Giakoumakis, to me, I mean, I think he not only offensively, but the way that he's just able to fight with the off the ball, try to close those spaces, in between like the center backs and the midfield, so they don't have that quick release, to break those lines, basically, man. I think that's something that Atlanta United has been missing badly. I hate to mention it, but man, I mean, Joseph, he man, I mean, he was good for the time that he was good. But even after the injury, man, I think he just never really, he was at 50, maybe 55% of what he was in 2019. And just going back, to him real quick. I mean, this was the first time I think that he started for more than 5 games and he didn't score a goal. I mean, obviously now with Miami, but it's tough for him. I mean, Joseph who, yeah. But I mean,
bro, Joseph who,
yeah.
Who?
But it's disrespectful. I hate to be like that guy, but I mean, seriously, I feel like that was that piece that was sort of missing. Even 2021, 22 last year, and I hate to say it, but if they would have agreed to keep him, this other year, I don't think that we would have had any success like we've been having so far.
Yeah, it's like 400 minutes now with no goals. Just the update, but yeah.
Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, guys. I'm sorry. The day we lost a striker like Gigi was the day Joseph got injured against Nashville. That same day is the day we lost Joseph in all aspects. I think mentality wise, I mean, we heard it all year long last year about how he just had issues here and there. We saw remember the issue with I can't remember his name. What was his name? Gabriel Hines. I don't know if that's his
Yeah,
coach.
Yeah.
We remember those issues there. Like for a moment, I was like, yeah, I'm on Team Joseph. Obviously, right? He's a club legend already. But it got to the point where I was like, is he the problem? And not in terms of attitude, in terms of like on the field. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys remember we would see him walk on the field and just kind of like, trying to become the creator plus the striker at the same time. And then he would try to go for these extravagant goals, which of course sometimes didn't work out. Like, don't get me wrong, he still scored. He still is a striker at the end of the day, but he is not the same Joseph we saw prior to the Nashville injury. And Gigi just comes in with that energy, that true striker energy. He's coming in hot. Ever since I seen the highlights of him, I was like, okay, this guy, he looks like this could be a potential striker that could really do us some good. And so far, he is proving that. And I like to see, even if he doesn't score one game, you can see the hunger in him. So I'm a fan for Gigi. I miss Joseph. I miss the old Joseph, but this current Joseph, I don't know where he's at. He's not in form. Who knows if he'll ever be back? But regardless, ATL United stands first, and we're what matters is Gigi and who's in front of us right now.
Yeah.
And you know what's ridiculous? Like that, the first two starts that he gets and he scores, and I mean that's a record for the club as well. I mean, not even Joseph himself had that. I mean, right, like his first two starts for the club, he scores right off the bat. I mean, he seems to, just I don't want to say adapted well because he's been in different leagues, even before he came to MLS, and he was, one of the top scorers, even, in his first years in those leagues. So, I mean, we're in a good position, and I tweeted this out, I think, earlier this weekend. The fact that the summer transfer window was going to be that big factor, whether Atlanta United are able to make that playoff run, like that deep run. By the way that things are going right now, man, and just everything individually and as a team. I mean, Atlanta United is leading, or has basically, in terms of goals, you have Thiago Matos, which is third place with 4 goals. In terms of assists, Thiago Mato obviously fourth, 4 assists. He's second place. Key passes as well. He's 5th place in terms of that. Tackles won. Franco Ibarra 17, second place behind Morris from the Columbus Crews. So I mean, you have individually, like, these guys are the best in the league right now, basically, a lot of these guys. And it just comes down to whether you're able to like reinforce certain spots, and whether you're able to hold down a certain Thiago Almada from leaving, this summer. I mean, that's essentially what it really comes down to, because the fact that you may not be able to find somebody that's gonna have that same quality, not even in the next 5 to 10 years. Let's just be realistic that it was. We somewhat said that with Miguel Almiron, like, yeah, we hit the jackpot with him. It was a 1 in a million. But with Almada, I think that it was 1 in a billion. It wasn't in a million. It was like, it was just ridiculous. You know, the fact that everything surrounding, you know, him, you know, the fact that he broke out, you know, to be able to make it to the Argentine national team as well and go out, win the World Cup and still ball out, you know, with still be getting that relevancy with the Argentina national team. I mean, it's huge. And who knows, man? We may see him playing at Mercedes-Benz Stadium essentially in 2026 in the World Cup.
For sure. And back to like the core with Ibarra, Almada, and more. I mean, this core is ridiculously good, and it's making, you know, the other guys better. Because, I mean, Parada out of nowhere dropped a man of the match performance last week, which no one expected. He wasn't great last week. People were talking about consistency. He's been good in every single game besides Columbus. No one was good. Columbus, that's fine.
Yeah, no,
but like the fact that Miles is playing so well, it's making Parada just ball out too. And Guzan still hasn't been tested much, but he's been good too. But
I like Bruno's point. Yeah, it is true in my opinion. I think Jocko. I mean, also Jocko's new. You know, Jocko doesn't want to seem too, you know, coming cocky. You know, straight out of the plane. You know what I mean? You want to be humble, especially if you're starting for a new team. But that hunger is what really matters at the end of the day. That's the relevancy.
Yeah, he wants it more.
Yeah, he does.
Than the other guys. I mean, the ref was trying to give him a card all game because he plays physical. The ref was soft overall. Like he was, especially towards Yako, because like, I don't know, every time he put his body on him, the ref was about to blow the whistle and whatever. And with this game, Atlanta's approach was obviously different because we remember what Portland was that when Yako had like 10 offsides, and in this game he had 0 to my knowledge. Yeah, he had 0. So I mean, it was a different approach this week. It's tough to see. But yeah, I mean, they keep moving. Okay.
In terms of going into some sort of rumors and, you know, updates, Caleb Wiley, he there was some recent updates on him. He's currently valued at 4 million, which ranks him in third place, you know, amongst the left backs, which were born in 2004. I think, if I'm not mistaken, George Bello was sold by I think it was 1.8.
Yeah, it was like it was like 2. Yeah, it was like 2.
It was close to 2. It was let's just put it at 2. But the fact that, I mean, Wiley, if he ends the season, I think Wiley can be one of those players that, I don't know if you guys remember, but in the 2018 season there was, I think, Tito, Miggy, Joseph, Gressel. There was like 5 players with over like 10 goals for Atlanta United.
Wow.
And I think Wiley can be one of those guys this season. I definitely see, you know, Yakomakis, Almada,
Arujo.
Why are you hesitant on that?
I was iffy on saying that one. I was kind of
That's so disrespectful.
Wiley, honestly, yeah, man. I would want. I mean, for the good of the team, you would want to say Araujo, man, but I don't know. He's just so on and off.
You're a hater.
Man. You just don't know what you're gonna get, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's because maybe last year we were so dependent on Arujo, and I just felt like, I don't know. I just feel like he just lacked that creativity around him. Well, of course, now with Almada, Gigi, Caleb, or Etienne, I think now we're gonna see a much more. How do I say this? A much more less selfish Arujo.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we've already seen it. I mean, I feel like he's played better in this like supportive thing.
Exactly.
Where he's dribbling and switching and all that, which he had an all right game, but I mean,
yeah,
there's not much he can do. Because I mean, in a game like Red Bull, he's not gonna get like his chances 1-on-1,
right,
on goal, and it's usually just gonna be like straight long shots. But I don't think he had many. But I mean, he's been pretty good. He was good that game too. He had
Yeah.
like 4 times where he just cooked some left back or whatever. I don't remember, but he was great.
Yeah. And also with Thiago Motta, there was some reports coming out this week, or rumors technically, that he had been approached, or Atlanta United had been approached by some teams from the French league. So 30 million, and I mean they apparently rejected it. That's what Atlanta United's asking for, but they apparently rejected
Yeah.
it. So what do you guys think? You
I
you
mean,
think that it goes for more if it by summertime or whenever he ends up getting sold?
Go ahead.
I
James.
don't know,
Go ahead.
but I'm hearing Marseille's the front runner right now in terms of like interest, and I'm hearing Betis as well, and basically like Spain and France seem likely, but I don't know the money. I don't know what we're gonna go for. I don't know if it's gonna be a loan back, 6-month loan back, any of that. It's still a difficult situation, but I think it'll if he goes, it'll likely be the 30 to like 33 million range. I feel like that's where it's gonna be.
So
And Caleb, real quick on Caleb,
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
we shouldn't let go of him for at least another year and a half.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes,
That
sir.
value
Don't
could,
get
I mean, he's and
I don't
we
want him
kind
to
of
get
could
caught.
like you could kind of use, I mean, George Bello as an example. I mean, I think like he somewhat
Yeah,
kind of rushed that move that he made.
sure.
I agree.
And I feel like with Wiley, a lot of these U.S. national team players are just getting trapped in like Bundesliga, wherever, where they're just on the bench all the time, and that's just not worth his for his career to just go. It's not, but hey, whatever.
They get excited with Europe. That's the thing. They get
Yeah,
excited wherever it is in Europe, and I feel like their standards should be higher. Prime example, Bello. I was like, really, dude? To Armin Minia Blefield, whatever it's called, it has a
yeah.
weird name, but I was like, man, I feel like Bello could have gone somewhere much more, a little bit more higher up in the Bundesliga table. Um,
Yeah.
it's just unfortunate. I feel like American players, not to get too far off topic, but I feel like American players need to kind of just really perform at the best they can wherever they can, specifically in the MLS. And then when a good
Mhm.
club is calling, for instance, Marseille's not a bad team at all in France. Neither is Betis.
No.
Betis is a pretty solid squad in La Liga. I'm pretty sure Ariel knows because he watches La Liga very much.
Yeah, they're always competing in Europe. Same with
Yeah,
Marseille.
man.
It's a
Yeah,
failure of a
Marseille.
team like them that doesn't make it to European competitions, honestly.
exactly. But in terms of Caleb Wiley, I agree with you, James. I think Caleb needs to stay at the club for at least another season and a half, just so he can get his feet more wet and more, more just become more solidified, not only in the league but as a player himself. Boom.
True.
And
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Bello should have went to Belgium, man. That was what Josh was saying. Yeah. He
Yeah.
definitely should have went to Belgium.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Go
see,
ahead.
mean, I
Club
think Bello,
Bruges. Yeah,
Bello's situation, I think I don't know who reported it. It was Felipe or somebody, I don't remember, but it was like he kind of chose like the money a little bit over, him just being more of, I guess, like a role player, just
Mhm.
he I don't know, man. It just seemed like it was more personal, like a more personal aspect rather than competitive aspects. Because Bruges from Belgium, man, they're also another team that are always competing in Champions League. So I mean,
Mhm.
you could have had definitely some experience going forward there.
Yeah.
so
I mean now
Oh
he's in
no,
Bundesliga
Bruno.
too.
Oh no.
No,
Oh
no more Bello.
no.
I'm good. I'm good.
No.
nah. Well, all
we
right.
got
So
Andrew. We got Andrew. We're good.
so in regards to Thiago, I'm
Mhm.
gonna be honest with you guys. I don't see us keeping him this summer.
Me
Which is
neither.
which is unfortunate because here's the thing, and I correct me if I'm wrong. I remember Thiago being included into the World Cup squad because of a certain circumstance or a certain injury. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that okay? So whatever. Argentina win the World Cup. everybody on that team is just, you know, you get that automatic boost in price, you could say. And of course, we just happen to have a World Cup player in our squad. Obviously, he's a creator. He's having a great season so far. Like I mentioned, I think once we hit the 10th game in and seeing how positive we are at that point, then in my opinion, I think we'll really have a great season. But here's the thing, and I'm pretty sure you can all agree, once we get to that mid-year mark, when it really comes down to these 3 points that matter, and Thiago leaves us, I don't know what we are going to do. Obviously, the club has to figure it out. And that's what's going to hurt the most is we're going to have that conversation of, man, we started off this season so good. We killed everyone aside from Columbus, right? We've beaten teams in and out, blah, 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 blah. And then we get to, let's just say August or September, whatever. And we're already losing games. We're tying games. And it's just consistent back to back to back. I'm not trying to be a pessimistic, but we know let's agree. Almada's our game changer. You know, he is our number 10 per se.
He is the game for us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He is the game.
Yeah.
Like you saw how we talked about how we were gonna be okay with him gone in international break. Look what okay became. Remember that?
That was horrific.
So all I'm saying is he is, yes, correct, James. He is our game. And it's just scary because do we have a backup plan? Right? Like, do we have, you know, because look what happened with Miggy. So there you go. Exactly.
That's the question. Because if you're dropping 30 mil on a player, right, you're not gonna loan him back for 6 months, bro. This is your new start. If you're talking Marseille, maybe like PSG or like maybe not even PSG or Chelsea. Like you're not get like 30 mil is.
Chelsea going to drop 100 million, just take him right off.
And they'll still loan him back.
Yeah, just to make it easy for them. Yep.
But what's tough now is like used to be predictable. Like who's next? Who's the next $15 million signing from South America? Now with Lagerwey, I don't know which direction the club goes in, and it also depends on.
That's the thing. I mean about Lagerwey. I mean his big moves have always came during the summer transfer window. Yeah. And if this actually happens to happen, like John is mentioning, and Almada ends up leaving this summer, that's where you're really gonna see what Garth, you know, has been planning, because you could kind of expect that was gonna happen before this season even started. You knew that Almada already had, you know, was going into this season as a World Cup champion. You knew that he already would have had some type of interest, regardless if he didn't win the World Cup or not, because he's just got that quality. Even from last year, you saw that he was a different player. He was that different player for Atlanta United.
Yep.
But I mean, now that's going to be the big factor for, you know, Garth, Boca, and the scouting team. I mean, all these people that are, you know, behind doing all the, you know, all this work that, you know, many people don't see. But that's gonna be the big thing, man. I don't personally, I don't see nobody from the squad so far that, you know, or in this squad that can replace Almada.
No,
I mean, it's just that simple. I mean,
nobody,
I don't even think that nobody else in MLS. You could probably maybe argue Carlos Vela, maybe.
Yeah, like,
but I don't know if this Carlos Vela
Oh.
from like the past two seasons, maybe 2019 Carlos Vela, but I mean, other than that, you can't replace him. I mean, like I said, it could take 5-10 years for another talent like that to show up in Atlanta United.
Yeah,
and honestly, man, and I'm dead ass, man. I'm kind of like pissed off because I haven't been able to go to any home games so far. I did get to see him in Charlotte, but you know, I'm hoping, man, to be at that game against Charlotte. Matter of fact, May 13th, I believe it is.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to be there, man, because dude, man, it's a joy to watch like that, guys like that, man. Like the way that he moves with the ball is so smooth, man. Like the vision, like everything. It's just like, I'm telling you, man, as stupid as it sounds, some people say, nah, man, he's not like to that point, but he's got that Messi vision, man. The guy picks out some passes that you're not gonna see that from an average.
I knew you were gonna say Messi. I was like, he's gonna say it.
Yeah,
he's gonna say it.
He's the next number 10 though for Argentina. No?
Yeah,
really
there's
is.
no
I
other
mean,
creative player. Like, dude, I don't know if you guys saw that that friendly that they had against Panama, and I said it, dude. This game needs Thiago Almada, man. That's what this game needs.
And look what
Dude
happened.
came on and started balling. Like he wanted the ball. He was making run. Like dude came right off the bat and like he shot the ball from like 20 yards out. And I'm like, dude, that's the guy that this team is gonna end up like being like the next number 10 without a doubt.
It's so sad though. Like it's so sad that it's so sad and it's great at the same time that we have we have a great player in our club. But hold on, let me put some perspective on you guys. When are we gonna have an old legend from Europe come over to play with us? We always
Now-
get these Argentinian, potential players that come in, right? Like Pity was South America's best player in his year. Barco was like a potentially good player. And now we have Almada. It's like, can we stop going for those guys? Because they're gonna be sent off, man. They're literally here for the visit and they're gone. We just need to stop doing that because we lose creative.
This is the solution.
Players.
Bruno's got the solution.
30 mil, bro.
Easy, bro.
Oh man, that would keep Almada too, though. If we got Messi,
Dude, that's like cat hair. That's like picking a cat hair from a cat, like for Uncle Arthur, man.
I would be. Like, I don't care how bad and how boring or whatever the Saudi league is. 430 mil is 430 mil. That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
seriously.
It's
whatever
stupid,
Messi
crazy money
could get.
We need. I'm sorry. Go ahead, James. My bad.
I think the problem is you're kind of in a chokehold with the U22 rule and about all that crap. Like if we have 3 U22 slots, if we have a U22 DP, and when we don't have that, but we still have the U22s, all that stuff. So Garth, like he said, like all winter, they're kind of stuck with these contracts. But I don't know what they can do this summer if Almada goes. I think they might go back. I don't know if Garth will trust Boca and another U22 DP, which is difficult. But it's a tough one. And you can't wait out till the winter because in the summer you could be sitting top.
That's what I'm saying.
This is when you have to go for it.
Yes. It's
really
it's just a bad move. It's a bad move. Let's go for. I'm just saying if Thiago leaves, let's go for a European legend who's in his early 30s.
Dude, Isco, man, the dude's literally got no team.
Yes, like, Isco, bro. Yes,
bro.
Can we get him?
Yes.
Under 1 point. There's some
Dude's
budget.
Literally a free agent, man. Just throw a couple mils at him. I'm sure he'll come. Dude's literally just waiting for
Isco
a call.
would be cracked, dude. Yes.
Isco has what Almada has. Maybe not the shot, but Isco has the creativity that Almada has.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunately Isco hasn't had the breath of fresh air. I think where's he at? Sevilla? Is it?
Yeah, that was the
he's
last.
Gone now. He's just chilling, right?
He has no team.
No, he doesn't have a team right now.
He doesn't have
he's been free. He's been free literally since like last December. But yeah, Sevilla was the last team that he was in.
Bro,
like I'm telling you, the dude's literally just waiting for a call. Like he's apparently club. Like training, like just at home.
Dude, Milan wanted him so bad. I was like, bro, please bring him, bro. Terrible.
They definitely could.
And he's I think 30.
Yeah,
he's not past 30.
No, he's 31. He's 30.
He's 30. Yeah.
Dude's literally still got a good 3-4 years.
He is our replacement. Get him on the line right now. Call him up.
For real.
I'll do it right now.
Isco would be ball Isco would be lights out, man. But
yeah, man.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Jerseys would be sold. Fans will be rushing. Man, anybody from Real Madrid, anybody from Barca, anybody from the big teams in Europe to come in Atlanta, it's over, bro. You're gonna have a full stadium. And Isco is not like Isco's not a Neymar, a Messi, he's just like, oh yeah, that's Isco. But he would still bring that crowd, you know what I mean? He would still bring that big crowd in Atlanta.
Yeah, Isco would be crazy.
Bro.
Yeah, bro, Bobos and Zay, they all know like 25 wonder kids from South America, bro. I don't really know all that. But I feel like if you're I don't know.
You don't. I mean, honestly,
I
man.
would sell Almada for like what? I would sell Almada for 10 mil if we get him the rest of the season, bro. Like, regardless, man. I just want him here.
I mean, if you put it into perspective, look, if they say, sell him for a less for
Yeah.
20, something less than what they're asking for, obviously they're asking 30 million. But let's say that they tell you 20 million, but yeah, you get to keep him until the rest of the season, which I mean, that's not guaranteeing you that you're gonna win MLS Cup, but that's gonna
No.
guarantee that you're gonna be competitive enough to make a deep run, and also depending on what else you do in that summer transfer window.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah. It's just Bubbles. It's tough when you have a club to make like a 30 million commitment, and if one of these clubs get him, it's probably a club where he'll start or at least be literally one of the best players on the team. So it's difficult to get a loan back to like Slonina, who isn't gonna break in with Chelsea for a while. It's tough, but I hope it happens. It's tough. I mean, none of us are genius. We don't know what's going on, so we'll have to see. I'm
and
excited though.
just hitting real quick, and what we were just talking about with the approach of whether we go into that South American prospect once again. I don't see that being the way that we take things from now on. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know. I just think that they've kind of taken a different approach, even with like guys like Yakumakis, guys like Etienne. Like you just seen like a different approach in like the transfers or like the guys that they brought in. Um, or I mean, that's just the way that I think. I mean, personally, but obviously things could pretty much keep still going the same way, and we see the next sparkle, here in Atlanta United next
Yeah,
year. So
it's just if you're doing it this summer, I think you have to. It has to be U22 or it has to be like under like 1.7 mil or some like
yeah,
on his
yeah, there's
contract.
definitely
It's
restrictions on
tough.
them.
It's stupid, but it's tough. That's where it gets pretty silly. But they should definitely. I don't know. We're just stuck, and it's with Garth. I'll say it again. Like we're just stuck with these contracts, and it's like if we don't have Lopez, if Sosa, all that, it's tough. It's really tough. I should have asked Garth when I was at the Twos game. I saw him on Sunday. I should have asked him, but whatever.
I'm gonna try to make it to the Chicago game. I'm actually thinking
Okay.
about going out there. Yeah, and
Isn't that
maybe
soon?
yeah, it's 2 weeks from now.
Oh,
And
we get to play Chicago. Oh yes. Oh my
And
Speaking
God.
of that, we
I
actually have 4 out of the next 5 games away from home. That Chicago game is actually like that middle game that we
yep.
have the next 2 away from home, or yeah, and then well, all I know is like there's 4 out of the next 5 that are gonna be away from home, which
Well,
I mean that's
Nashville's.
pretty much gonna be like one of those big tests, going forward with
Mhm.
this team.
That's true. The
Yeah,
crowd.
Nashville's home. Nashville's a home game, so it's fine, even though it's there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Anything that borders Georgia is a home game.
yeah.
really, I think what we have like one. We already have like 1.5K, and that's just season ticket holders that are going to Nashville. I think we'll probably have like 2.5, 2.5. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm going. I want to go to the Chicago game, and I'm actually willing to go to the Charlotte game too. So, Aldiet, if you're out there, bro, I'll
Yeah, man. I
meet up,
mean,
man.
I'm going out there just because
I'll get you a beer,
uh,
bro,
a
for the
buddy of
trip.
mine that he's from Honduras too, and like he
Oh,
invited me to us.
let's
Yeah,
go! Nah.
yeah. No, he invited me to his son's birthday party. He's like, yeah, come down or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, fuck, I might as well go.
I got you, bro. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get you a beer, bro.
Yeah.
If I see you, I got you.
and that and
You too,
Speaking
John.
of
Chicago's our
like
Sunday.
speaking of
Yeah.
games out, around here, in the southern area, Atlanta United will be finding out their opponent. Going into the third round of the U.S. Open Cup Thursday.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Thursday? When
Yeah.
when are those games? Do you know?
I honestly would not know. I know the second round starts tonight,
Yeah, I saw that was happening.
but yeah, I don't. The third round, honestly, I'm not sure about.
All right, I'll get some research in here.
Yeah, but I mean, interesting enough. I mean, you obviously end up getting teams like Birmingham or Chattanooga, Charleston
Yep.
Battery. So, man, I would not mind if Charleston. I mean, I would not mind if Atlanta United came and played here, man.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like I'm like 10 minutes away from the stadium, so
That'll be the dream.
yeah, dude. I've been to a couple when they've done the Carolina Cup a couple of years ago and stuff like that,
Oh, nice.
and the friendlies.
Yeah, I hope it's at KSU so I can go. But it's 24th and 25th of April. No, 25th and 26th. So what? 3 weeks from today and tomorrow. So
So
that
what
should be
in
good stuff.
between the Nashville game and
Miami, I think.
yeah,
Oh, that's good stuff. We can, get some guys some run-ins. Oh, should be good. I always liked the Open Cup. That was fun last year. The Chattanooga game. Not the Nashville game. That one was, gosh, that was difficult. But, at least all the games are free this year on YouTube or Bleacher Report or whatever. So that's nice.
it's not on ESPN Plus anymore. The U.S. Open Cup.
Nah, it's for free now.
What?
Wherever.
Let's
that's great.
go. Yes.
I know, right?
You said the magic word, bro. For free.
Yeah.
For free.
For real.
Let's
Anything
go.
that's free is good.
Yeah.
What?
I don't got ESPN, so that's nice.
Man, I was so excited when I got it, and I was like, it's so useless because like the blackout. I was like, yeah, I can see Atlanta. No, you can't.
No.
Yeah, that's exactly the only reason why I got it at like back in 2018, 2019.
Yep. You had La Liga, you had Bundesliga, you had Serie A at that time. No, La Liga, it was Serie A, Bundesliga, and then MLS. Then it's like, nope, blackout. You thought.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's the only one thing, man, that I'm like so glad about Apple TV, dude. Like, I don't care, dude. I'm telling you, I wouldn't even care if I had to pay like $60 a month, honestly. But the fact that I don't have to sit here and struggle to freaking find a bootleg stream on YouTube,
Insane,
bro. Your second half of last season, I was watching games in like 480p, bro. Like
yeah, that and the fact that whenever out of the sudden, like the stream would just cut off. YouTube, like the copyrights or whatever, like they'll cut it down, dude. That was miserable.
We're broke no more, boys.
Apple,
it's
TV,
our time.
Literally. I love Apple.
It's
man.
crisp, like 1080p, like
dude. It's so beautiful.
Nice.
I actually have Apple TV through my phone service because they had I don't know if y'all got T-Mobile. T-Mobile was like one full season for free. I was like, let's go.
Thank
you. And I was like, yes, maybe next year I'll pay it, depending on. But I like it. It's solid. It's clean. It's chef's kiss. It's perfect. It's exactly what I expected.
Man, it was just like, bro, I was on Twitter like, what was it, Saturday, Sunday, and I just saw that you were tweeting about Milan, and I was like, let me check the score real quick, and they were beating Napoli like 4-0. I was like, what? What happened?
I DM'd you about that too. I was like,
how did that happen? 4-0,
bro. But listen, like everybody DM'd me, yo, oh my god, it's crazy. What's going on? I'm like, I don't care about this game. I need this in Champions League. This is not like cool. Serie A, great. We beat them. Just to let them know, hey, we're the champions, bro. Calm down. Like, like you beat us the first game 2-1, but we got you back now. But the game that matters is obviously Champions League. And that's what, like, that game it ended perfectly because it's like, we're going to see you in the next week or so. So be ready. And I just can't wait. I'm still nervous because Napoli is still a team you cannot underestimate.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we're no longer talking about Atlanta, but
that's fine.
A team.
I don't care.
It's a team you no longer, you don't underestimate because they can come and bite you right back. But I feel like this game just brought the morale extremely down. And that's what we want. And right now, our morale is like, oh boy, we're back. We've been playing a formation that has not worked for months, dude. This year, like 2023, has been terrible for Milan.
Yeah.
And for them to bring back the old formation, it's just like riding a bike. It's like they got back to their old ways. So
that's gonna be a good time, man. I'm excited for that one.
Oh,
Champions League, it's prime, man. What is it? Quarterfinals? Those are always ridiculous. Like,
it's good to see the Italian teams coming up again. It's good to see that. Mostly, of course, for my team, right?
Yeah.
But
speaking of
and it's not
League,
Juve.
We got the best Champions League here in out of the entire world. James, I don't know if you've been keeping up what
is sleeper. We got 0-0 40 minutes. It's terrible. A lot of Atlas fans in Philly.
Damn. I would expect it, man. Any Mexican team is gonna have a lot of support here in the U.S. Honestly.
Yeah, straight up.
Regardless of the team that it is, man, you're gonna get a good bit of fans in there.
Yeah.
But MLS, man, I think they're in a good position, man. To obviously have one of the finalists there on the. I think on one side of the bracket, it's like the Philly, and LA, and the other team that I forgot, man. But basically,
who won CONCACAF last year? Champions League CONCACAF.
Seattle.
It was Seattle, yeah.
Oh, God.
Crazy.
God, I know LA. Okay, LAFC was the year prior where they almost had it.
Yeah.
Right.
LAFC, I think they're gonna win.
Man,
Philadelphia, they stink this year. They stink. I don't like
that.
I think LAFC could have gone the championship. Could have gone MLS. The MLS Cup back in.
Vancouver is who they're going up against. LAFC. Yeah.
Okay.
LAFC are about to demolish Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
What is in Vancouver?
Yeah.
Jeez. I feel like I totally forget about them.
Yeah, if like Vancouver, Houston, like all those. And I mean, they get a free Champions League every year. Well, not Vancouver, but it's either Vancouver, Toronto, or Montreal get free.
Yeah,
Champions
the Canadian teams, man, and then they're rarely competitive, other than what I think it was 2018 when Toronto made that run. But
yeah, that's right.
But now they all stink. All of them are bad. All three
terrible.
and they're gonna get another free one. But Atlanta will get their U.S. Mexico shine with the Leagues Cup, hopefully.
You know what we need, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, and I think Ariel would absolutely agree with me. Here it comes. I think we need a Honduran player. I think we need Albert Ellis back in the MLS.
Ooh.
Albert Ellis is a great. If you don't remember, for Houston, he was phenomenal. He was an amazing. He was just like what Kyoto is for Montreal.
Yeah, he was like the reference player. Yeah,
they love Kyoto in Montreal. They love that man, and he does amazing with them. And I think Albert Ellis would do great because, crazy enough, when I think it was 2018, I went to the MLS All-Star game versus Juventus, and it was Prime Joseph, with Albert Ellis, and it was so. Listen, guys, I have never gotten so excited because I was like, bro, we have our star player, of course, in the Mercedes-Benz. And we have a Honduran, of course, right? Honduran player who's also significant in MLS. Like, I was just like, bro, this is a dream. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think we would need like a player like him. Obviously he would be a sub, but I'm just saying. The day a Honduran player arrives to Atlanta, it's over for me, man. Getting the jersey.
I've actually mentioned this in the group chat, like that me and James are in, dude. Actually, whenever there was that whole conversation last year with the goalkeepers going on, I was like, dude, Bua Lopez, bring his ass, dude.
Oh my!
Like he's got experience internationally.
Oh, yes.
I mean, he could be that goalkeeper, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like even with that is a big question going forward with Atlanta United next year. I mean, I don't think Guzan goes past this year.
Nah, I agree. Especially if we win something this year, Guzan's gonna end on a high note. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Realistically speaking, you want to end on a high note. And
yeah, I
Booba,
mean, even guys like Miles, I mean, he could potentially end up leaving for, or he's probably
He is.
99% he's
Yeah.
gonna leave for free.
yeah,
And
to Leeds
he's
United.
gonna, I don't think that he's gonna end up wanting, I don't think that he's gonna end up wanting to leave,
Leeds United.
obviously what in the first round of the playoffs or not
Yeah.
even make it to playoffs. Obviously, this team, I think,
We're semifinals ready, I think, in my
yeah,
opinion.
it has to be
Semifinals.
like this team is built for conference finals, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We're
we'll just see, man, what ends up playing out. But yeah, man. I mean, man, we brought what we've had Colombians, we've had
Peru. We got Peru now.
Chileans.
Mexican.
Yeah, we had Mexicans.
A little bit of Argentinian.
Yeah, like pretty
Yeah.
much we've had everything from South America, but yeah, nothing. I mean, and don't get me wrong, man. I actually like think that there's big markets in Atlanta, like dude, there's like when it comes to like certain like communities, like the Asian communities, I think that's one community that if we ever were to have an Asian player here in Atlanta United, I say here, but obviously I'm in Charleston, but in Atlanta United, dude, I think that there will be that the massive support that will be shown. I think we've even seen it. Well, I saw it on TV this past weekend, where there was people with the Greek flags waving them around the stadium, and
Yeah.
you see that, and you just
It's nice to see. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but it's nice to see players from certain part of the world that football isn't like the biggest, or so like it isn't a mainstream sport for them. So for instance, prime example, Gigi, right, from Greece. Not that Greece is a terrible team, but it's a team that you wouldn't say, hey, quarterfinals World Cup or quarterfinals Euro, you know what I mean? But it's good to see these like players from these certain countries just explode onto the scene and just be amazing. Prime example, Aubameyang, Robert Lewandowski, of course, Gigi, he's on the come up. Our own and favorite Joseph Martinez, Venezuela, right? Venezuela is not a great team in South America, but Joseph is an amazing talent that we found, So it's like, and of course, who else? Marone, right? Killing it in Newcastle. It's just good to see things like that. And I feel like when players like that are given chances, I feel like it motivates the country to do better themselves. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's good to see that. And it's good when you see a player like Gigi, who I feel is going to do great this season, just really give it all and become Greece's next, main striker, his starting striker. So it's going to be good to see. And I love seeing that personally. I love seeing these players from all these countries that no one cares about just come up and all of a sudden become relevant, right?
Yeah. That's good. And what, ETN's from Haiti, right? Like,
That's right.
Yeah.
Haiti too.
Yep.
And
wow,
I mean,
guys from
Philadelphia
South
are just
Sudan, dude. Freaking matchup Chol from South Sudan.
Oh, he got a red. Man, Philly have been diving in the box all game, and I think they finally just got their pen. But man, it's crazy. This game has been so bad.
The GOAT from Paraguay, Eric Lopez.
Yeah, the best Paraguayan player to ever play for Atlanta United, right?
The GOAT.
Yeah. I was at the Twos game on Sunday. He scored in 3 minutes, and then he had 2 insane chances the rest of the game, and he bottled both of them. I felt so bad. And I tweeted before the game that he's gonna get a hat trick, and he should have had it. So close. But...
Well, guys,
we got
now
to
going into this weekend.
All right.
We play at Yankee Stadium, the most favorite place of MLS.
Yes.
The joke of like literally the entire league. But hey, man, that's gonna change by what, like 2027, 29, I think.
Oh, they're building their own stadium, right?
It's closer than that. It's
is
like
it
3 years. Like,
or is it by 2026?
2.5. I'm not sure. I
No,
don't know.
I think it was like 5 years from now, dude.
You gotta love Yankee Stadium though. Classic, iconic venue
I
of
guess
That's
for
true.
them and their
For
little
baseball.
tiny
for
banner up there
America.
in the rafters.
Of baseball, yeah. But nah, that it should be a crazy game.
Yeah, and I mean, it was reported this week that Atlanta United were actually like practicing in like the same dimension, in a field with the same
Well,
dimensions as
I
as New York.
feel like they do it every week, but like the small sided field. But yeah, it was funny though. But I'm excited for New York. They stink. We should kill them. So I'm ready.
Please.
Yeah,
I'm
both
ready.
New
I
York
hate
teams are really
they.
not up there this year.
I'm not a New
Yeah,
York fan at all.
they should be bottom 5. I don't know where they're at right now.
It's a
But I don't think
tragedy they
they've.
won.
Yeah, that. Mm,
Hey,
that was such a
next
good
time that we
loss.
play any New York teams, though, bring Trey Young back. Bring him back to the
Yeah.
Mercedes Benz.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Dog is like literally the godfather
Oh.
of New York.
Thank you, Trey Young.
Yeah, he did save us today. I don't think New York has lost at Yankee Stadium all year, but when they haven't played there, I don't think they've won away from home. I don't know how accurate that is, but they're
We
currently 6th
that's
on the
right.
table.
Oh man, we gotta give it to them. We have to, bro. We
We
got
played
to.
pretty good last year against them. I don't know if it was a draw on Yankee Stadium or a loss. I think it was 2-2.
Let me see
Yeah,
here.
I'm
yeah, it was a tie.
correct.
October 9, 2022, we lost to them 2-1. And yes, July 3rd,
That was at
2022,
home.
2-2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, actually, at home they are. Oh, they're 2 wins at home this year. So
So there's a
I
chance.
mean, it's the pitch, isn't it?
What's the prediction? What we got? Who wants to go first?
I'm gonna go with the same. Goddamn, ISBN.
Interrupting the prediction?
Yeah.
That's
Man,
bad luck.
I'm gonna go with. I know out of everything, ESPN. We're literally just talking trash about ESPN.
That's true.
Man, I'm gonna go with 3-1. Man.
3-1. I like 3-1.
What you got, James?
You know what? I'm gonna go instant classic 4-3 Atlanta. I don't know.
Yo,
I'm not being serious
I'm all
on this
for it,
on this
for-
thing recently.
um,
But yeah, I'll go 4-3. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with a solid man in New York. Ooh, I'm gonna go 2-0 Atlanta. I'm gonna go 2-0 Atlanta. I feel confident. Almada's back. I feel confident.
Our defense has been fantastic.
Yes.
Besides, well, that game doesn't count. All year they've been fantastic. So-
Bring this Bruno guy on. Come on, man. He's hitting these questions, bro.
I mean, yeah, his free kick was probably from midfield at Yankee Stadium. Free kick versus Portland. It's probably midfield.
I don't know if you guys remember a certain play that happened last week in the first half where Almada actually it was somewhat like the same distance, but like the angle was like it was closer to like the corner flag. And I'm like, he's gonna shoot it. He's gonna shoot, and he like the way that he kicked the ball, you could tell that he was trying to shoot it with like because of the effect that he was trying to give the ball. But he like it somewhat ended up like going like just like far post and just kind of wide. But I was like,
Yeah,
this guy, honestly, man, if he's gonna
that was a
score some
terrible
freaking
kick.
bangers, like the dude is gonna. That's one thing, man, that these teams are gonna able to like. They're gonna have to watch out, man. They can't give this guy neither the space or any fouls like outside the 18. Dude's a menace when it comes to those free kicks, dude.
He's our Messi.
That's the first free kick I filmed of him all year, and it went like 20 rows up. But
Yeah,
hey, it's fine.
yeah. I mean,
It's
like
okay.
I mentioned it earlier, dude. I mean, I think being kind of like real, nitty picky, but I mean, this was probably like by far like the worst game that we've had or that he's had with Atlanta United. Like
Yeah,
way too
he
many
did not play well.
possessions lost and everything. But hey,
But
man,
he
the
he was
shot that he
hungover,
had
so
on
that's
goal
why.
still led to that Yakumaka's goal. So I mean,
That's
still can't
basically an
say that he
assist in
had.
my book.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's
same
basically an
thing.
assist.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
But
Well, guys,
I would like some more normal goals. That was, but it's whatever.
like a more like team sort of goal.
I
Like a
guess
what?
so. That's just. I just want more goals. 1-0 was that was killer.
I mean,
But
we're still in second place for
it
goal
is what it is.
scoring, like like all MLS. So
You
I
want
think we got like
goals.
Yeah,
13, and if I'm not mistaken, Columbus got like 16.
If you want goals, you
Yeah,
gotta wait
'cause
for the Orlando game. That's where they're gonna come in.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to that game. I don't know about y'all. I'm going to that game.
Yeah, I was actually sort of like wanting
yeah.
to go to that one because
That
there's
one.
honestly, man, I don't know. I mean, just me because obviously I'm 4 hours and a half away, and I got kids and all that. But I mean, there's certain games, that we got coming up, or technically Chicago is the next home game.
Yeah.
Then you have Charlotte and then
Yeah.
Columbus, but that's a Wednesday game. And
Yeah.
then the next home game that you have is against the Revolution, another Wednesday game. Then you have DC, the next home game, but that's a Saturday.
When's
And
the
then
Miami game?
Saturday, September
The away
16th.
one.
That's home, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm going to
home
that one.
against Miami.
I want to see. I just want to see Joseph get. I don't know, man. Like I don't know about.
Oh, and
y'all,
that's
but-
gonna be neat because I think that's when they do Hispanic Heritage. What's it called? The Hispanic Heritage Month for September.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm
But
going.
yeah,
to
there
that
are
game.
certain games, man. Yeah, that like Nashville too, man. Nashville at home. Those are gonna be good games.
Those are gonna be some
Yeah.
good games.
like Nashville, Orlando, Charlotte. Those are my favorite. Those are always
Yeah.
crazy.
Charlotte. Yeah, they like to. I'm hearing only excuses from her.
Yeah, dude.
That's right.
Why don't you drive down for every game?
Come
you
on,
should drive
dude.
up to New York this
It's
weekend.
only 4 hours,
Yeah.
bro. Half a shift.
Yeah, come on.
No, I mean
Half a shift.
I did drive to Charlotte like three. I mean, well, 3 hours is like nothing for me. But the thing is, man, whenever games end, if it were, that's why I drove there and drove back the same day to Charlotte because I was like, game starts at 12. Latest I get out there, by like 3, I'll be home by 6 the latest. So I was like, yeah, it's worth the drive,
Yeah.
But when there's a home game, there starts 7:30, 7:45. Game ends at 10. I'm not gonna freaking come home until like 3:30 in the morning. So I'm like,
Yeah, man.
it's not worth it.
I mean, the drive would be nice, right? Because there's no traffic. But at the end of the day, you'll be exhausted.
I
'cause,
didn't see. I actually did have a couple of friends that I used to like go out to watch games out here, but they ended up like moving. So, but we
Damn.
actually never drove down there to Greyhound. Bro, I got me tripping.
There you go.
No, but I used to go out, with a couple of friends to watch the games, but we actually never went down there and like drove down there to watch the games or anything. But eventually, man, I'll find somebody here to go and watch the games. Go watch the games down there too. So
I'll see you at the Charlotte game, like I
Yeah.
said.
yeah, dude, I'm definitely hoping to be there at that one.
That one's
Like,
gonna be fun. That's like 8-0.
Yeah, you going to the games? Where?
Oh,
where
bro,
you
I'll
at?
be there. Of course,
Where
I'll
you
be
at?
James
there,
got
bro.
season tickets, man.
I'm
He's there
here.
like every
I'm in
game.
Atlanta, bro.
Where? What part?
I'm in Atlanta, like basically like a little north, but like still there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me
Hey,
your
I-
address, bro. Over the internet, it's cool.
Yeah, you can crash, bro. But
Appreciate it.
I been to basically every game but Columbus this year. I feel like I think so because I hit Charlotte away, and I don't know. I'd have to look that up, but I don't know. I've hit every home game too, man. It's this club, man.
Yeah, man.
It's hype.
It's the atmosphere. It's beautiful. Nothing like it. Nothing.
Yeah,
hmm
it's weird, man. Once they get you hooked on, man, it's like, or once you're
Yeah.
hooked, it's like, It's not going back, man.
They can't say I didn't support them when they were down because I went last year and the year
Yeah.
prior, and it's just
You're damn
they
right, man.
they can't say I didn't support. I've
Nah,
been there.
man. Honestly, not even last year, man, because I could, last year, given everything, with the injuries, man, 2020 and 2021, I think those were like the struggle years, man.
Boy,
Those were like the years where even if you
2021.
were watching those entire games, dude, you deserve season tickets for the rest of like your life, bro.
2021 when I had to look for bootleg streams and go
Yeah,
to the
that's
Yeah,
stadium
including that.
and experience the loss. Like I remember I went to I forgot what game it was. I think it was against Nashville. It was against Nashville at home and it was Champions League day final. Chelsea versus Man City. I
yeah.
was there and I was like I don't care about that final cuz I really didn't care for the Champions League final. And I was like, bro, I should have just stayed home and watched that final because it ended at we're winning 2-0 and then boop, they tied it up 2-2. Nashville did. And I was just like terrible, bro.
That game, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
man. Terrible.
and then the Philly game as well that year.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my, just end. Man.
Yeah, in the Champions
Struggle.
League.
Philly's another team I don't like in MLS. So
Nope.
yeah, not a fan of
Hate
the
them.
North. Not a
Fuck
not a
is
fan of
Jim
the North.
Curtin.
Yeah, not a fan of the North. Did you guys know? And I'm gonna leave you out with this. Did you guys know? I didn't know this. Maybe this is new to me, but Austin's Coach Wolf, he's from here. He's from Stone
Yeah.
Mountain.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
His
I know
yeah,
his
that's
kid.
where they're.
His kid
Yeah,
was
and
on
then
the
he
team,
took
right?
he took the actual good kid to Austin.
Yeah.
Salty man.
So, yeah, exactly. I was like, yo, bro, what do you do? And Austin had a fantastic season last year. They had
Oh
a
yeah,
great season. Props to
they're
them.
good.
Yeah,
Well,
props
I
to
think
them.
they haven't been good this year though. Which
No,
is
no.
weird, but
Yeah, props to them. The last year they were great.
mhm.
Well, guys, we've pretty much hit, everything that we had on, here in the bullet list. I don't know if you guys on here, personally got anything else that you want to hit.
Nah, just hoping that
Sure.
that Atlanta keeps the good, the good times coming. And
3 points, man.
Yeah, man. We
3
just need,
points, 3 points, 3 points.
like
Just keep adding them up. Keep adding them up.
like I mentioned, as long as we hit that 10th game mark and I see where we're at, I think we are either, obviously if it's positive, I think we're gonna have a great season, which I do see us having. So
I'm excited,
definitely.
man.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for the ones that have been commenting on here. For future reference, obviously, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter at Fila Sports Podcast. You can follow me personally at Resurge Sprite ATL. You can follow John at It's Your Boy John. No numbers, right? Or It's Your Boy John 85.
It's your boy John. It's your
All
boy
right.
John.
All right, and James at ATL UTD James. We're obviously hoping to be here next Tuesday, same time, 8. So
Unless we lose
hoping-
6-1 again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we can quit.
Yeah.
Then we're just gonna.
It'll just
go
be
on there.
Ariel.
We're gonna go back to the
Yeah.
cage again.
Back to
Yep.
the cave.
Yeah. Well, yeah, guys. Thank you for the ones that were on here commenting. And let me go ahead and end this thing.